All right, let's turn that off. Hello, Burnsville Psych. Real quick version of notes tonight on Maslow and humanistic psychology. We'll go through Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We'll talk about how this is an alternative to psychoanalysis. And since most of you have seen this in English class, this will be short and sweet. Humanistic psychologists basically come along after people like Freud and some of the behaviorists like Skinner that we'll be talking about in the next unit. And basically, they do not like the way that psychologists are doing their work. Frankly, they think that there's too much focus on mental illness and not enough of what we might today call positive psychology, which is the newer field that is pretty big right now. They say that this obsession with, for the case of Freud, sex and aggression and some of that really kind of unconscious motivation and some of that darkness that's lurking down in your unconscious mind. They say all of that is really not the whole picture. So just like the neo-Freudians talked about kind of opening up Freudian theory and psychoanalysis to make it a little more complex and allowing for other ideas, humanistic psychologists are taking that one step further. In fact, they look at things like human potential. They talk about the idea of free will, that people actually have some choices in what happens to them, that they're not locked in because of how they were breastfed as an infant or something like that. So Maslow's idea of the hierarchy of needs generally is portrayed like this, as a triangle or a pyramid. And Maslow says that there are lots of things that push behavior and push personality, and that we can organize them in this hierarchy. So starting at the bottom, we have the most basic needs, the physiological needs. Things like breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These are all the physical kind of basic needs. And frankly, what he's saying is that in order to work your way up this scale, okay, and work towards um, self-actualization, which is the pinnacle of this um, pyramid, in order to work your way up, you have to have lower level needs met. Okay, so these physiological needs need to be met in order to get to the level of safety. Safety needs need to be met in order to get to the level of love or belongingness. Love and belongingness needs need to be met in order to get to the place of esteem, etc. So basically, the concept is that until low-level needs are met, we cannot work at some of these higher level kinds of things. This place up here, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, etc. This is a great place to live, and if this is what is motivating you as a human being and trying to push you to reaching your potential, that's fantastic. If you don't have food, then the motivator you have today is I need to eat, so I need to find food. Okay? The same thing works on the physiological level. Um, when we move into safety needs, um, the assumption is that these needs are met, and now we're into security of body or resources, etc. So if those kinds of things are not being met, if you're not in a place of safety, then that's going to be your primary focus and your objective. You're not at that point worried about how can I be more creative in my life. You're trying to take care of your family or your health or your property or your body, your safety. When we take care of safety needs, we are able to then deal with love and belongingness. And some of this could be in terms of romantic love, but also in just kind of that basic need for people to connect with other people. One of the things that comes up when we talk about um, bullying and some of the issues that come out of bullying is a lack of this belongingness need. And when people do not feel like they belong or they're connected with other people, they're not able to get at the kinds of things that are listed in the esteem part of the pyramid. So how are you able to achieve and do your best if you don't feel like you are connected with other people? And that's a real concern, and that's why teachers especially are generally pretty interested in trying to make classrooms and schools a place that are safe, that people feel connected to each other, that there's this sense of security, both in the physical sense and also in the kind of relationship sense, so that people feel like they can actually do their best, okay, be respected, achieve, be confident. That is Maslow in a nutshell. Obviously, the top full potential when we're talking about self-actualization is this place where you can do that thing that you are meant to do, whatever that unique thing is. And I guess we could argue that it's a sad situation that more people in the United States are not at this place where they are dealing with their unique potential. We have lots of problems, and I don't think it takes a whole lot of thinking to see how, the idea that some of these lower level needs not being met contributes to those problems in our society. That's all I have for today. Oops. Thanks for tuning in.